Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Reviews today. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Alright guys, thanks for stopping by Greg's Beer Review today. Today's beer comes from Laughing Dog Brewery. This is the Dogfather. This is their Imperial Stout. Laughing Dog Brewery is out of Ponderay, Idaho. So, don't think I've had any other beers other than Laughing Dog beers that come out of Idaho. So I don't know how many craft breweries are in Idaho. So maybe some of my subs could enlighten me on some other good beers that come from Idaho that I may have run across or should try. So the style of this beer is American Double Imperial Stout, and the beer advocate sheet has an 11%, but the bottle here has got 10.85, so that's damn close to 11%. And I looked, and you know, there may be a digitized date or something on here. There's nothing on the label, and when the bottle has got some condensation on it since I just took it out of the fridge 4 or 5 minutes ago. So, the food pairings for this, the cheeses are the buttery, the brie, Gouda, Havarti, Swiss, and the meat for this is beef, smoked meat, game, and grilled meat. Glassware, the pint, the mug, the stein, the becker, the snifter, the oversized wine glass. I've got the Duvel glass here, guys. Y'all know that's what I use for the Imperial Stouts and IPAs and stuff like that. The beer can be cellared for extended periods, being 10.85 to 11%. It'll keep a long time. So still like to have a date on there. So if I want to collect different years, 2011 and 2010 and 2012, so I know how to compare it, you know what I'm saying? Unless I can get a damn magic marker and write it on it somewhere, you don't know. So I'm just still preaching on that. Maybe somebody will hear me one day, guys. Let's cap off this thing, see what's going on with this beer. And I have read that it does generate some large heads, which is very unusual for an 11% beer. So I'm going to be gentle with this one. I don't believe any of that. I'm going to pour it down the center here. I don't know. I read somebody had a 3-finger head. You'd really have to well, let's generate it now that it's coming to there. The bubble's streaming up. Got about a half a finger of head there. That's about all I need. I need more than half a finger now, do you? Yeah. Let me get it over to the light, guys. I don't see any light through it at all. I mean, it is pitch black as motor oil. No light at all through it. And the head is dissipated just a little bit right there. So let's get a nose on this one and see what it's about. I'm getting dark roasted malt, a little bit of chocolate. Roasty malt there. Maybe just a little bit of coffee, not much. Let's see what the bottle's got on it. What's it say on the bottle? The Dogfather Imperial Stout. Not a whole lot. The Dogfather's not talking. Not a lot written on the bottle. Cheers. Wow. Quite pleasant. Very pleasant, as a matter of fact. I like that. Doesn't drink like an 11% beer. If I was to do a blindfold taste on this one, I would put the alcohol a lot lower than that. Maybe even like a 8%, something like that. I think this is going to be a winner, guys. It's got a really good smell and a nice taste. It's almost like it's almost like it's been barrel aged a little bit. It's got a little bit of I'm getting a little bit of vanilla or oakiness. I got a feeling the alcohol is going to come out a little bit more as it warms up, because this thing is 40 degrees right out of the fridge, and you know what I'm going to say. You know the deal, know the drill. We're going to let it warm up and see what we end up with. But very pleasant beer. Doesn't drink like 11% to me, so. I've had a couple of the Laughing Dog beers and not had a bad one yet, and this is going to go in the same category. It's pretty tasty, so we're going to let it warm up. I'm going to share this with the other half and see what we end up with, guys. Stick around. I'll be right back. I swear I will. Alright, guys. Thanks for sticking around. Wow. I like this. I went back and checked while I was sipping on this and looked it up, and it takes 11 months, and they do barrel age this. So I knew I was tasting the vanilla and the oak from that. So it doesn't say whether they use bourbon barrels, whiskey barrels, and all that, but I do taste the vanilla and the oak in this. So. And the alcohol really hasn't got that much more intense now than it was when I first poured it in. But it's 11%, and I can tell I can tell the alcohol level is getting up there. So with that being said, I don't know if this is the final chug. Maybe do one more sip before I chug the last sip. The alcohol is definitely more present now than it was when it was cold, but it's not. It's like a 9, maybe 9.5% alcohol instead of a 10.85 or 11%. So I'm rambling on. Final chug. This is a good beer. It'll get you there. This is 11%, and this is like 2 beers. So cheers. That's a very, very good beer. Very, very good beer. That's an A beer. I'm going to give it the A. It is a 9 on the scale of 10. I don't know what else I could do to make it a 10. Other than having a date on the bottle. That's pretty tasty. That's a pretty tasty beer. It wouldn't be the beer of choice as being the first beer of the evening, but the second beer or the last beer of the evening, and sharing it. I mean, this is a 22-ounce bomber. You wouldn't want to drink all this like I did. The other half loved it, so I think I do too. Rank Beer has this at 98 overall, pretty impressive, and they only have a 68 in style. And Beer Addict comes with a B+, and I think it's a little better than a B+. So I'm gonna stick with my 9, A on the scale, guys. If you've had, the Dogfather Imperial Stout, pretty tasty beer, man. I could definitely see me buying another bottle of this and writing the date on it somewhere and putting it away. It's a rotating schedule, so I'm assuming they probably do this once a year, probably, if I was to make a wager on that. So, without rambling on anymore, guys, if you ever had this beer, let me some comments back on this, and you liked it, loved it. It is a pretty strong beer, and it's a big bottle too. So, I don't remember what I paid for this beer. So, I'm thinking it's somewhere in between $3.50 and $6.50 in the range I paid for this. But let me some comments back on this. As always, rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and let's go see what's in the fridge tomorrow. See everybody then.